Hello, lovely people. This is Nicole.
And this is Samantha.
With the power of we are here to switch it up and teach you about business, relationships, and how to not only survive, but make it in Los Angeles.
In each episode, we will have top influential guests from the world of real estate. We work hard,
We stage hard.
and we get it done.
The power of we.
And we're back.
We are back.
Can I tell you what happened to me this morning?
Of course.
Well, I woke up and I was really cranky because I was thinking about sales.
Right.
And I texted you and you didn't answer. So I thought to myself, you know what? Should I box? Should I meditate? What should I do?
Yeah.
And I texted Grisha and he's like, be ready in 15 minutes. I go, oh, I have 15 minutes to shut myself down and change my vibe of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
And I did a Camilla 5-minute meditation. And boom, guess who's back?
I know, it's incredible. That's like something that we kind of hopped into, I think about 10 years ago. You were introduced to like more of a spirituality lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's just something that has changed.
I can't even
our life
imagine not
completely.
having that.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of people aren't aware of it.
Which is, I mean, we really try and get people aware of it in, all our team and, on social media.
Yeah.
But, at first when I started meditating, I could not keep my eyes shut.
I know.
I wanted to lose my mind.
Because you're not used to like being with yourself. You're always thinking.
That's true.
What, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day?
Yep. And you don't even know, you want to just do it in 5 minutes later, But I'm super excited about this guest we're having.
So excited. Her name is Marilyn Montero, is a frequency architect known for her work with elite performers, innovators, and visionaries who have achieved success on the outside, but are ready to master the unseen architecture within. Through her advanced subconscious recalibration method, Marilyn helps clients dissolve emotional residue, unlock creativity, and align their internal frequency with the life they're meant to live. Her work transcends traditional hypnosis or coaching. It's a precision-based process that reprograms the subconscious blueprint of success itself. Incredible. Welcome. We're
Welcome.
so excited.
Well, I just have to get right to it. What is the difference between what you're doing and traditional hypnosis and coaching?
Yeah,
really?
So what I do, and I've graduated over time to this level that I'm at now, I call myself a subconscious frequency architect.
Wow.
Because I go deeper into the soul blueprint of the person.
Whoa.
And I have the ability to reprogram, decode, and recalibrate the person.
Wow.
Where in the hell did you learn that?
That's crazy.
It's inner guidance.
Whoa.
It all comes from within.
chills.
The creation, my level. Oh, you got the chills.
Yeah.
The spirit chills. And what happens is in my creation, when I have elevated and moved to different levels of myself, then I was able to graduate to this other level. Wow. And hypnosis is a tool. So I did graduate from a school for hypnosis, for hypnotherapy.
Incredible.
But it's a tool, just like a surgeon. You have to have a scalpel. They're trained. But what really makes the master is the surgeon.
That's true. In anything we do.
That's exactly right.
And what
That's
is
really
hypnosis used for? Like, how does it work for people who aren't aware?
Yeah, so hypnosis is a natural state of being. First of all, a lot of people will say, can I get hypnotized? Is that even possible? Because they use the hypnosis on stage, the hypnotist, which is different, right? So hypnosis is a natural state. It's when your brain waves go to theta. In a deeper state. But theta deeper, we do meditation. You start it with meditation.
Right.
Meditation relaxes. I call it the monkey mind, quiets the monkey mind.
Right.
So that you can start to, now we can relax the body and our nervous system so we can continue with our day, right?
Yeah.
So the fear's not there. If you have any fear, the monkey gets wild.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's a good point.
So theta states it's a natural place where all our brains go in and out of. There's different levels of where the brain waves go, and now you can actually monitor the EEG and kind of find out where you're at different places. You can buy little things too for yourself that you can kind of monitor, but it's natural. It's like right before sleep, your brain goes to theta. It's that feeling of drowsiness. You know, when you're ready to go out, but you don't go out.
Right.
That feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. You get up, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can still go and do something.
Right.
It's that. It's right before you drop in.
Wow.
And that's hypnosis. It's just basically brainwaves. Your brainwaves are at that level. And then that's the entry point to the subconscious.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of work do you do with the subconscious?
I do, oh my gosh, everything. People come to me with symptoms. Like they'll have a challenge, either painful, a physical challenge, like emotional
Like
challenge.
sick or?
Sick too, yeah. People can shut down on, I've taken care of so many extreme cases. I've taken on some extreme cases.
Like what?
An extreme case would be someone that is shutting down, not eating.
Okay.
And
Like with an eating disorder?
no, it actually came from a different place. He just stops eating and didn't have an appetite for food. So,
Wow.
Interesting.
yeah, the wife prayed and she found me.
Wow.
We connected, and in that connection, she goes, my husband is going through this. He doesn't believe in hypnosis. He doesn't believe it. He hasn't never done any of that.
Right.
He's just a corporate guy. And then I worked with him. It was a severe situation.
Right.
Because if he doesn't eat, he's going to die, right?
Of
So
course.
it's a situation that was severe. And so in our work, he cooperated, he was open, and then we cleared all the distortions that he was carrying,
Wow.
all the programs. And that, when we cleared it, it stopped.
Really?
So then he
How long
said,
did that
"Incredible."
take?
We worked together 6 months. At the beginning, it
Wow.
was twice a week because
That's
it was
impressive.
severe, right?
So you're saying that our subconscious has all these things in its mind, and so he had all these blocks. That's why he couldn't eat.
Yeah, so in his scenario, it was that he didn't feel worthy of life.
Got it.
And so the system starts to say, okay, we're not worthy of life.
Right.
Because our subconscious mind is a system that listens to our command. And the command is from the internal space, from what you truly believe deep down.
Right.
And a lot of times it's unconscious to us
Right.
that we're doing that to ourselves.
And where does that come from?
The programming,
Like the subconscious beliefs.
yeah, so they're accumulated. So look at your life as a movie reel, and everything is stored.
Right.
And the things that are stored that has like a strongest emotional imprint, which is what I call an engram of fear, is gonna trump everything else,
Right.
because those programs are the reptilian brain, part of the brain that we have that looks at fear and watch out, watch out.
Yeah.
So we collectively, over life, through experiences, collect all these stories, and they become programs.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
When do
makes
most
sense.
clients finally realize it's time to do this kind of subconscious work?
Interesting. Most people come to me with a challenge. I've tried everything. I've
Yeah.
tried 20 years of therapy, coaching, Reiki, acupuncture.
Right.
They don't know which way to go.
Yeah.
And so they come to me for that.
So sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay.
So I'm confused. So you went to the school for meditation. How did you get to doing this? This is like insanity to me.
Yeah. So the hypnosis is actually a whole program, a system on how to bring the person into the theta state. So there's actually a teaching from the Hypnosis and Motivation Institute, HMI, that teaches the whole program on the tool on how to do that.
Got it.
So you went to
it's
school.
for that piece of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that makes
how
sense.
to drop the person in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And over time, just like any skill or any trade, you make it your own.
Right.
Right, you
Exactly.
make it your
of
own.
course, 100%.
Yeah.
But I was curious because I'm like, how did she go from meditating to this? So that makes more sense that you were taught.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
skill set of the bringing the person to a deep theta state
Yeah.
is definitely a skill, and not everyone
Well, there's
masters
a
that.
school for everything.
Yeah,
now.
there is.
I mean, literally.
And how have
I didn't
you
even
made
pay
this-
attention in school. Though.
That's right.
Yeah. How have you made this your own? as you
So,
said?
oh my gosh, so
Great question.
yeah, it is a great question. So I've made it my own because over time I've developed my skill through the field and knowledge, right? Feedback. I work with clients and I get more information, right? So everything is like the same with your field, right? You work with clients, you get more information, and you re-engage and recreate yourself through that process. And I've been doing it for almost 7 years, and I literally a master. Never would I've ever thought that I would get to this level.
Yeah.
Where
Really?
it's shifted. Yeah, it's to me. I'm even like
Like you're shocked.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Because
Completely shocked.
because you believed in it. You kept going. Even if you had failures, you kept going, and look at where you are today.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's really what life's about.
It is.
You know?
Absolutely.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. What were you doing before you decided to get into hypnosis?
Hypnosis. Great question. You're good.
Yeah.
I love that. So I've worn many hats.
Okay.
I love, for me, my soul, the journey is like, let's experience everything.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great.
So let's try this, let's try that.
Yeah.
So I've done everything from like fitness instructor. I've done real estate. I've done
wow.
property management.
Nice.
I've worked at corporate America.
Wow.
Yeah, you
You've done it all.
you're giving me corporate America vibes when I was in corporate America.
you
That's
can
why
feel
I
it.
was like,
You can feel it.
I like to read people when they come in, but you have very good energy.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
good at
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
So, so what would you say that, like, how would someone know they need to get to the next level?
Yeah. So as far as the journey of the soul and the life, just your journey of life is, if you look at it in the framework that I created, which is basically levels and move to the different elevator, there's a whole framework that I teach on all my talks, my private talks that I do. But it's to know when you need to get to the next level is, first you have to master the level that you're in.
Right.
And then you get entry point to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's the next level of you,
Right.
right? Ultimately, it's the movement of your journey and the expansion of self.
Yeah.
So how do you know? People will come to me, depending on, and I identify what level. Just to give you a little bit of my framework, I used Dr. Hawkins' scale of consciousness as part of my framework. I redid it in my own words, but
Okay.
to kind of give him credit for that, is he says that the calibration and the frequency of the masses, the average is 200. So it's at the courage and fear level.
Okay.
Survival's at the very bottom.
Right.
Right. So most people, the masses are under 200.
Wow.
The average. So, and the scale goes up to, if you want to look at an ascended master or someone that has, went into that high enlightenment area.
Right.
We'll use Jesus, for example. He was at 1,000,
Wow.
just to give you a gauge.
Okay.
And the average human's at 200.
And why do you think that is?
And go ahead, answer that, and then I have a
great
question.
Survival mechanisms.
Yes, and I was just going to bring that up because for some reason in my life, in my past lives, I don't live by fear. Never have. I've been through so much in this lifetime, and I always like push through it like a motherfucker. And it's like, I know something happened in my last life because, I mean, big things have happened, good and bad. And I'm like, no, there's no, the word no doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
It's always yes, and I don't live in the fear. And I know it has to do with my previous life.
And do you believe in past lives?
I do. Yeah, and it's every person, I'll tell you why I believe in it, right? Because I think that the universe and life in itself is so massive, right? And we can only take a glimpse of it,
Right.
a little bit of knowledge
Yeah.
of what all is. And even if we put all the minds together, we can figure out God's creation,
Yeah.
So when you think about like creator, for me, I always tell people, believe in something that's gonna make you feel good.
Right.
So I like to feel good and say, yeah, I've been created to continue, not to just, hey, God's going to create Marilyn, and sorry, you're done.
Yeah.
What is that? You know? So I thought, for me to feel good, it's like God has created, or creator, if you want to call it universe, whatever belief system
Yeah.
people carry. I work with people's belief systems. So,
Okay.
and I like to use the word God, but people like to use different language.
Okay.
And that makes me feel good to know that I'm here for more than just this 100%.
Yeah.
I totally believe in the same thing. Someone wrote in and asked this question: is it true that obsession rewires your brain?
It does.
What does that
How
mean?
in the hell is that possible?
What does that mean?
Yeah. So here's the tricky part
does
of
that
that.
mean?
Obsession rewires your brain.
Yeah.
Like if you're obsessed with something,
You do.
it will rewire your
So
brain.
like smoking.
Yeah.
So the thing about obsessions, right?
Okay.
So smoking is a habit. We'll go into that in a different
Okay,
different
got it.
layer. So more of a habitual.
Okay.
That's an auto
So it's not an
response.
obsession.
It's more like
Okay.
an auto response.
What
Interesting.
would you call an obsession?
Yeah.
An obsession is when you're emotionally tied into a repetitive pattern.
Okay.
Like you want
like gambling,
it's
like alcoholism,
Like an
repetitive
addiction?
pattern.
like
Addictions are all in that space,
Okay,
right?
got it.
Well, it can go to different polarities, right? You can do it on a positive level,
Right.
and then, or it could go into the negative level,
Right.
where it takes you down the wrong path.
right? Which
So,
usually happens.
but it works. And ultimately, you want to, like alcoholism comes in from the pattern, the addiction, but there's a root issue that created the alcoholism to begin with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can kind of rewire that in your subconscious by doing
Yes.
hypnosis?
Yes.
Interesting.
So it's more than with a right taught practitioner, you can do a lot. In my work, I can do so much, and it's really making sure that the person is the proper surgeon, right?
Yeah.
For that particular
That makes sense.
surgery.
And do people come to you for that?
People come to me for absolutely everything. They come to me. They've tried everything. And
Yeah.
they go, "You're my last hope."
Right.
Is
get that,
big
yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
thing that comes in.
Well, I've never heard of this, so this is exciting.
God.
So,
Hypnosis?
what do you know? I mean, how she does it so personally, I guess.
Yeah.
To the level that
But
I
you
do
don't
it at.
remember. So when you stopped drinking,
Yeah.
you put on a hypnosis for that every single night for months.
Oh, so Craig Beck, do you know who he is?
He's one of he does audios
He
online.
does
YouTube.
hypnosis, and that's how I stopped drinking first.
Yeah.
I didn't go to AA. I went to that first, and that helped me because it was more. I
Well, it
think
was
you're right. So
rewiring
the
your
alcoholism,
subconscious.
obviously, my mom was an alcoholic. Her mom was an alcoholic. Probably went all the way down the line, and but it came from. I didn't start really drinking until. I drank with my husband at the time, but I really started doing it after I got divorced, and that's when it went crazy. But why was I bringing that up?
Because you stopped drinking through hypnosis.
Yeah, and so he really helped me, and I even
Yeah.
flew to New York and
Yeah, you
listened
did.
to him, and it wasn't like the AA; it was very different, and that's exactly what I needed, and I
Yeah.
had a friend doing it at the same time, and that's what she needed. She went her different way, I went my different way, but it was so interesting.
Yeah.
Amazing, because it truly
I can't believe you remember that, by the way.
it's
I remember
incredible.
everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, and truly, it's very challenging
Yeah.
to alcoholism. Even Jordan Peterson, if you follow him, and I don't know what his update is on his health, but he said that truly the magic behind the real miracle that happens when you stop drinking is spiritual.
Yeah, 100%. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, that makes sense because I was drinking when I met Camilla, and that's why I was like, "No, you close your eyes. I'm not doing this. This is crazy." But it is interesting to talk to people and girls, and I empower so many women, and to get them to close their eyes. Now I feel for them, but when it clicks, it's like so profound. It's so amazing.
Yeah. Why do you
I
think
love
so
it.
many people don't understand the spiritual aspect of like the universe?
Great question.
Of their world.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something that's focused on unless if you do it in theology
And it's
through,
new.
through religion, people will do it. They'll get it there through religion. But spirituality and truth is you. It's you. Like the game of life is about you finding you.
Yeah, but what I
And
mean by
expanding.
new, it's new, like to talk about spirituality in the last 10, 15 years. But when I was your age, no one was talking about it. Nobody.
And it's a different evolutional state, right? Like we're
Yeah.
always evolving, expanding, and this is and truly a lot of times people will come to me and I feel like I'm giving them a human upgrade
Yeah.
because I go in and I decode what they carried,
Right.
because we are a system, right? Our brains are this beautiful computer that holds every story
Yeah.
and its emotional imprints for safety and protection,
Right.
and then we create these codes. Our system creates these codes. And so what I do is I find if someone comes in with a symptom, an issue, right? Challenge, which is a symptom, I find the cause and then I can decode it.
Interesting.
And then once I decode it, they no longer carry it.
Yeah.
And they come to me, they go, I was able to do it now. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like they were able to do it. It was that the subconscious mind now they're free from it. So now
Right.
they can do it.
Wow.
What
that
made
right?
you want to get into this? Like what
It's a calling.
It's a calling.
It
What does that mean?
It chased me.
Okay.
It's a calling. Yeah.
This one was a
that.
calling. I was I went through a point in my life that I had to rebuild myself.
Yep.
I call it ground zero, right? When you get divorced or everything collapses,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And you have to.
Did you go through one of those?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, me too, sister.
Yeah, and thank God.
Yes.
Really.
Oh my God. Don't you want to tell the young generation, like, this whole life is a journey.
Yeah.
Like now when I listen to my son and he's trying to sell, in commercial real estate, I think about when I first started and I was like, wow, look where I am today. Mm-hmm. And if I would have told myself back then, it's all going to work out, a lot of people don't realize that. It's all going to always work out if you let it work out.
Unfold. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I went through a collapse and then I started turning into spirituality. I started moving into higher self. Mm-hmm. Who can help me, right?
Right.
So I started watching people that were reading the Bible. So that's how I started into my journey. And I wasn't spiritual. I grew up Catholic with some religion here and there. And then once I graduated high school, I was on my own.
Yeah.
Living life, corporate world. You can pick up on my corporate mannerisms.
Yeah.
Right.
And did all that. And then I went to the collapse.
Yeah.
And then I had to refine myself.
Right.
And then it came in as trust me. And then I could hear
How
a loud
exciting
voice.
though for you.
Gosh, it was like a blessing.
That's
like,
incredible.
That's exciting. It's
a blessing, yeah.
It's a
Like
blessing.
people that are listening, they're just trying to start their new journeys and they're like, how am I going to do this? What's going to happen? And that's why we like to do this podcast because there's so many different cool industries out here. Like, look at what you're doing, and you just started it 7 years ago. You had a whole life of career,
amazing.
right?
Yes.
And you are doing it, and you're successful.
Yes.
That tells a lot.
It was really when I look back and I'll have this conversation with my clients too. It's if I didn't take the call.
Yeah.
I didn't answer the
Take
call.
the call, yeah.
If I didn't and move towards the call,
Right.
and trust the whole process, it's been 8 years,
Yeah.
Wow.
from that time
Right.
to today, to be this version of myself,
Yeah.
Right.
and to do this work,
Yeah.
and that's why when your container and yourself is ready, then the next level comes in.
Yeah, I believe that.
Wait, so I was reading, so you do these, tell us about what you do. You have these lunches, or what do you do? I'm like obsessed with hearing about this.
Oh, I love it. So I first started doing workshops,
Okay.
kind of at the Chamber of Commerce of Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
great.
I was doing workshops there, kind of introducing my
cool.
work to the space. And then I moved it into an intimate dinner experience. I could curate dinner experience. So I had my first one last month where the table holds 12 to 8,
Was this
16.
at Avra?
At Novikov. I had it at
Novikov,
Novikov.
Yeah, I saw it on the
You saw it on
calendar.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, we belong to the
Yeah, we do
chamber,
too,
but
yeah.
I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So
A
the
lot of
I
cool
didn't
dinners.
realize
things.
that's what
Yeah.
it was.
So the dinners, I have different talks. I have
Okay.
6, there's a coronation talk, and they're sequential. And so it's bringing people together, learning and teaching about the different levels so they can kind of gauge what energy code they're.
And how did it go? Did people,
Very
a lot of people
cool.
come?
They love
Okay.
it.
That's
The
amazing.
curate dinner, because we all dress up.
Yeah.
We have
Yes.
3-course meal.
Yeah.
That's why I love let's just give a shout out to the Beverly Hills Chamber.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't personally go to any of the chambers except Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Because over the years, since 2008, I've belonged to there. And they have always had quality people that have done things to change people's lives.
Yeah.
And that to me is more important than selling insurance or whatever. You know what I mean? There's that too, but there's always great people that I meet there. So it's so exciting to
Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
that you're doing well.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I started there and to open up my second location, which is in Beverly Hills.
Nice.
And that was like my next step.
Wow.
And so I have a space in Laguna Beach, and now I have a space in Beverly Hills. So
Oh,
I cover
great.
both counties.
Wow.
And then I do international
Nice.
via Zoom. That gentleman that I saved his life was Zoom.
Wow.
Wow.
And how do people find you? Like, how do they?
So it's word of mouth.
It's word of mouth. Yeah.
Clients will
Got it.
also refer. It's spontaneous.
Yeah.
It's usually it's not it. I'll do the effort with my natural marketing and website, but
Yeah.
but when you really
Yeah.
look at
That's
look
got
at
to be
it,
hard that way.
I do it because it's protocol,
Right.
right? Like we
Yeah.
have to do, but It always comes in. I always say it comes in. Like,
It's referral for sure.
it's
Just,
magnetism.
that's how I started my business. It was all
It's
referral, and then
is energy.
Exactly.
but it's magnetizing. So interesting, right? I'll sit at a table at a dinner or luncheon, and someone will sit right next to me that needs me, or that knows someone
Yeah, that makes sense.
that needs me.
you.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of people in this world that need somebody, and they're alone, and they're confused, and they're scared. I mean, I see it all the time, and it's so exciting that people like you are out there that could, help.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's very
saying?
exciting.
Yeah, I love it. I love to do more of just presenting myself and being available.
Yeah.
And doing this podcast, right? Like
Yeah.
just so people can find a solution they could, because this will magnetize the people that need to hear the story for
Right.
themselves or for someone else.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
that brings in, and what does that do? It just helps one other soul, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of people in pain, and they don't know where it comes from. And there's so many different, you think that there's so many different ways of getting help, but you would never think of hypnosis as one of them.
That's right.
So if you guys are listening and you don't know what to do, how do they get a hold of you?
So they can go to my website. I have two. One, it's MarilynMontero.com. That one's a castle, and it's very new wave. So and it's fun to enter into that space just to see that. But if you want just a plain Jane website, Marilyn Wellness Studio, it's just, you can go in there as well and find all the different things that I do. But there's two ways to access my space, or to enter my field, as I call it, is either through the dinner portals or through doing a deep dive discovery.
Okay.
They can go, and I do have application for people to apply to see if we're a good fit to begin with.
That's great.
and
That's
then-
good.
Yeah, and then I respond.
And what's a deep dive discovery?
What it entails is after I review their application, that they're looking for work to see if we're a good fit. And then I offer them to come in and do a deep dive. Deep dive is the person comes in, we'll spend 90 minutes together. I listen. Basically, I do a lot of extraction. And I find through the process of understanding where they're at, I can immediately know where their energetic field is at.
Wow.
I can immediately know what the blockages are just by having a deep conversation with them. I tune in, and then I'm there with them, and I can hear. And then sometimes people will talk.
And
they'll tell me a story.
are they hypnosis
just
at
talking.
that point?
Just talking.
Oh.
And they'll start talking, and sometimes they'll tell me a story, and then I hear like I call it Morse code.
Yeah.
And then I hear a different story from the story.
Interesting.
And then I go back, and this is what I heard. They go, oh my God, right? Like it's interesting. So I decode, and extract, and then in 48 hours, I give them a report. It tells them where their energetic field is at, what level they're at, what needs to
Happen.
Yeah, what type of program I recommend for them at minimum and at maximum. If you want to take care of all these challenges, I list all the challenges, and this is how long it's going to take for each one.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's
exciting.
so different than anything I've ever done.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we have coaches up the wazoo, but my main coach is definitely does hip. When I'm like, oh my God, she always says to me, you have 100 balloons, you're all over, you need to come in and lay down. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's great. You have to have really resources.
Yeah.
In life and family, but also professional. Yeah. I think for that type of inner true work, you need professionals.
Yeah.
Right. Of
Because family is great for emotional support,
Right.
for love, for supporting, holding
Right.
the
That's
space
why
for each
I'm
other.
super big on coaching, on
Yes.
having coaches
You
around
have to.
me.
Yeah.
We have a coach for business.
That's right.
We have a
True.
coach for relationships.
Yeah.
It's
So wise.
it's a must.
Yes.
I rather have that than, go to a 5-star restaurant.
That's right.
Right? Because
Yeah.
it keeps me so I'm not bouncing all over.
Well, and think about when you nourish yourself and take care of yourself at those levels. So what do you bring to the world when you do that?
Right.
You bring
Right.
a higher version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's only going to, and I tell this to all my clients, this work that you're doing is so wise. Well, first of all, you're going to live better internally.
Yeah.
And then your body, because I have clients that have, chronic pain.
Yeah.
And it all disappears.
Really?
It disappears. And there's no medication for that
Yeah.
other than,
Yeah.
True.
So it's emotional storage. We
Yeah.
hold emotion.
Yeah.
So I help her release all those emotional, and then she feels the energy moving in her body, and she doesn't have those chronic pains anymore. This particular, many clients, but for the most part, it's just the journey of understanding that you're doing it, to heal, to clear, to function, to not be in pain.
Yeah.
But the gain is miraculous.
Right.
Because as soon as you do that, you now can hear yourself better. Your intuition heightens.
Yeah.
Your inner voice is so strong.
Yeah.
Your discernment, your boundaries get tighter.
Yeah.
You start moving into this beautiful space of self.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you bring that to the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if everyone did that, can you imagine what a movement that would be?
Yeah, it would be
Oh my
incredible.
God, I can't.
We'd live in a
even-
different environment.
Forget
world.
Instagrammers. We would have. I don't even know what we'd call them.
Yeah. It would be incredible.
But everybody be, and true, if you
Yeah.
move to the scale of higher level of, and the only way to move to higher levels of consciousness, meaning higher levels of awareness, so that you're like, I like to call it superhuman, because you can feel and hear everything.
Yeah.
And you kind of know everything. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
you just know everything. And imagine living and functioning that way all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So it's great for everybody, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To live in that space, that it's very enjoyable. But so just moving into higher levels of self, it just allows you to not only you affect everyone around you energetically.
Mm-hmm.
When
makes
you
sense.
and the way to do it is the secret of everything I do is I find the cause, which is fear-based.
Yeah.
It's at the deep root. It's so not connected sometimes. It's not something you consciously can find.
Wow.
Right.
So you need an
It
expert to
always
find
goes
it.
back to that fear.
Yeah, you always say
It's
that.
it's always
I
the
know.
it's the deep
Always.
rooted fear.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you think about fear, if it manifests in the body,
Yeah.
think about people that do horrendous, crimes or whatever.
Right.
They live in that, they have a fear-based program that's taken over.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So
that
that's how massive, and they would call it the demonic energy, right? It's the mind creating all these energies and these thought forms, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you do these terrible things.
I
Yeah, it's
know.
crazy.
That's how bad fear is.
Yeah.
But it also eats you up. Right? Yeah. So it's so clearing all the
Fear.
distortion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear is a distortion. It's not truth.
Interesting.
It's a
yeah.
distortion.
Well, let's get that fear out of here.
Yes.
This has been so informative. I can't even believe it. I mean, I love all this. This is so amazing.
Yeah,
I know the
very exciting.
listeners have learned so
I learned
much
so
today.
much,
And
yeah.
if they want to reach out to you, can you tell us how they would do that?
Yeah, thank you so much. So you can follow me on Instagram, but that's more like fun play.
What's your Instagram handle?
So it's Marilyn, Marilyn, hypnosis, hypnosis. You can go to my website, marilynmontero.com or marilynwellnessstudio.com. And I'm in Beverly Hills and also in Laguna Beach.
Amazing. And definitely invite us. We want to come to the
Yeah,
next one.
definitely.
And
We'd love
do you
to.
go to the chamber events?
I do.
Okay,
Especially the signature ones. I love all the signature
Yeah.
events.
So we'll see. you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll definitely see you. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for
And
coming
you
on
are
the
listening
podcast.
to The Power of We.
Thank you.
Thank you.